Cops often cover up for their partners and stick together, but today we'll be going through cases where good cops recognized their partner's corruption and took action.
Yeah, Augie, come here. Let's go out here in the garage. We got to put your weapons away. Come out here, we'll talk. You'll be all right. The car's just being taken to Lumpkins. What's going on there? Huh?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? We got to put your weapons away.
Okay.
You're not. Here, let me have it so I can unload it. Just need to unload it.
What am I doing?
Byron wasted no time disarming Justin and securing everything.
Sorry. When you total a vehicle, here, go in here. So we can put this away. When you total a vehicle, you got to go down for a drug and alcohol assessment. Everybody that wrecks a cruiser that totals it has to go down there. So what we do is just take your taser off of you, and you have any backup weapons on you or anything? Drop your vest or your duty belt, because you don't need that. We're going to go down to a drug and alcohol test down at the hospital, you and I. And you don't need all your gear, so take your... are you all right, Augie?
Yeah.
You seem... your focus seems divided on me. What's going on? You just nervous?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you under the influence of anything, Augie? No? Good. I hope not. I do.
Justin, nicknamed Augie, clearly can't focus or understand what's happening. Even though Byron doesn't want him to be under the influence, it's obvious that he is.
What else do you got on you?
I'm
Got
done.
pocket knife, huh?
I'm done.
What's going on, though? Tell me what's going on, bud.
I'm done.
What do you mean you're done? Are you going to go with me to take the test, Augie? You're refusing it? You don't want to do that.
I'm done.
Okay, so what does that mean? All right? Are you under the influence of something, Augie? What's wrong with you right now? I don't understand
I'm
that.
done.
Okay. Are you going with me?
No.
So what are you going to do?
I'm going home.
Can you call somebody to come get you?
I don't need to.
Well, I'm not going to let you drive.
Yeah.
Okay. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
What?
I'm not going to let you drive. Can you call your wife? All right? Don't play this game with me, bud. I'm trying to help you out here.
You ain't doing shit.
Well, I can't do stuff. I'm just doing what I got to do, Augie. It's my job. If you want to leave, go ahead and leave. All right, let's go. Let's go. Come on, Augie. Don't do this, man. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. All right? I'm just doing my job. I'm just asking you to relax, okay?
I'm done.
Okay, and I understand that. I understand what you're saying. All right? I just don't want you to do it like this. All right? I'm not trying to be a prick. I'm not trying to be difficult. You got to understand, it's my job, dude. All right? So don't treat me like that.
Augie really wants Byron to forget everything and just let him go home in his drunken state. But Byron isn't going to let that happen, and it definitely ruins Augie's mood. Guess not all cops are bad.
Augie, are you okay to drive, brother?
Yeah.
Seriously, I'm worried about you.
Yeah.
All right, well, get going then. Do what you got to do, all right? Augie, you need to get it. You need to relax. No, huh? What'd you say? Who is? You just wrecked a cruiser. It's not the end of the world. I know, it's not the end of the world. We can do this, Augie. If you just go down and take the test like we're asking you, if you do that, then we can at least get that cleared to where you can come back to work. Seriously, Augie, I'm trying to help you, bud. Huh? What'd you say? I don't want to... What'd you say? What do you mean you're f***ed up? Alcohol? What are you talking about?
Augie can't hold it in anymore, and his emotions start to spill over as he throws blame onto poor Officer Byron, who is the only one still on his side.
I get that, bud. So I can't let you drive home, all right?
Yeah, I can.
No, you can't.
Yeah, I can.
You said you're f***ed up. How are you going to drive home?
I'm not up like up. I'm up.
What? Help me understand, Justin.
Fuck.
You talking about just in the head?
You.
Huh? We don't need to do this, Augie.
What?
Come on. We don't. Why are you doing this like? Why are you doing me like that? Huh? What have I done to you for you to do me like that, man? Seriously. I am honest to God being serious with you. What have I done to you for you to treat me like that? Huh?
What the?
I don't know. I understand that, Augie, that you're upset. I get that. You're having a tough time right now with everything that's going on, bud. But it doesn't have to go out like this, okay? It's just an accident.
Troy 421.
Okay.
What I do?
Huh?
But what I do?
What do you mean, what do you do? What do you do?
If it's just an accident, what I do?
You hit a semi-trailer. So again, as part of our policy, we have to go down with that and go take the test.
Augie thought Byron would let him off easy and skip the sobriety test. However, that wasn't possible because it's a policy that can't be ignored.
You're about to get yourself arrested, bud.
For what?
What do you mean, what am I going to do? I can't let you drive. So you try to get in that car, I got to stop you. And then you're going to start fighting with me. What is that going to do? Huh? Seriously, Augie, why are you doing this to me? I didn't do anything to you. Okay? I didn't do anything to you. Well, let's go back in here so we can figure this out, Augie. Please.
Augie is acting like a child and ignoring any advice, but what he doesn't realize is that refusing to take the test will only confirm his arrest.
Augie, I know they are, and I understand that. Can you call your wife and have her come get you, bud? Please, get your phone out and call her. You don't have your phone? You want to use mine?
What's this gonna do?
Huh?
What's this gonna do?
I don't know. That's why I got to call him. So, how much did you drink today, Augie? A lot. You know he's going to want to do a test, right?
He straight up admits to drinking on body cam, not realizing how badly he's landing himself in even more trouble. When backup arrived,
Let me give Jason a call, bud.
Yeah.
All right.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Jason, this is Byron. Hey, is there any chance you can come in so we can talk? Okay. Well, I don't know how much time we got as far as cooperation. He's not cooperating real well. He's right here in front of me. I'm not hiding or talking. I'm talking in front of him. He's acknowledged that he was drinking today and whatnot. So that's where we're at now. How do you want us to proceed with that? Yes. He's refusing to be tested. So, are you going to go down for the test, Augie? He's refusing that. Okay. Bye. Thank you for being honest with me, Augie.
You'll pay the bill next week.
What bill?
Yeah.
I don't know what that means, bud.
Yeah, you will.
Don't do me like this, Justin.
Yeah.
I'm not doing anything to you. Okay. I hate to see you like that, bud. I didn't do this, Augie. Why are you taking it out on me?
Yeah, it's on you.
Huh?
Yeah, it's on.
Okay. All right.
You put us in stance.
I'm just waiting for a phone call back. Just relax, bud. Just relax. All right? Enough. Relax.
Go ahead.
Just relax.
36 in Buckneck, Ohio temporary. George,
I stand like this no matter where I'm at or what I'm doing.
Yeah.
G833195.
Just relax, Justin.
2014.
I don't know what level of cooperation we're going to get with that, but we'll do what we got to do. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm going to guess that this is going to be a fight. All right. Bye.
the officer made it clear he felt uneasy about his confrontation with Augie and could sense the tension. Not to mention, Augie passive-aggressively threatened the officer.
Augie, he's saying I got to do it like a 2255 form, so I got to read you the 2255 form. Do you understand that? Are you willing to hear me out and do it? All right, let's go in there and take care of that, bud. And then we'll get you out of here. As soon as your wife gets here, we'll get you out of here. All right? Let's go into the brief or the. Since you already said you're going to refuse it, there's no reason to do anything other than that. So I understand what you're saying. Just go in there and have a seat real quick so I can put my stuff away. Oh, is my key not working now? There we go. Yeah. Do you have your driver's license on you, or is it at home? You don't have it on you? Okay. 236 to 224, come in here. It says you're now under arrest for OVI, operating a vehicle under the influence of alcohol and a drug or a combination of them, operating a vehicle under the influence of a listed controlled substance or a listed metabolite of a controlled substance, operating a vehicle after underage alcohol consumption or having physical control of a vehicle while under the influence. If you refuse to take any chemical tests required by law, your Ohio driving privileges will be suspended immediately and you will have to pay a fee to have the privileges reinstated. If you have a commercial driver's license and refuse to submit to the test, you will immediately be placed out of service for 24 hours. You will be disqualified from operating a commercial motor vehicle for a period of not less than 1 year, and you will be required to surrender your commercial driver's license to me. If you have a prior conviction of OVI, OVUAC, or operating a vehicle under the influence of a listed controlled substance or a listed metabolite of a controlled substance under state or municipal law with the preceding 20 years, you are now under arrest for state OVI. And if you refuse take a chemical test, you will face increased penalties if you subsequently are convicted of the state OVI. If you have previously pled guilty or been convicted of 2 or more OVIs, OVUACs, or equivalent offenses in the previous 10 years, or plead guilty or been convicted of 5 or more OVIs, OVUACs, or equivalent offenses in the previous 20 years, or pled guilty or been convicted of a felony of any of the above violations, and you refuse to submit to a chemical test required by law, I am authorized to use whatever reasonable means are necessary to ensure that you submit to a chemical test. Get you out of here, okay? Not going to be any citations issued or anything like that today. We'll just get the form filled out, get you a copy of it, and when your wife gets here, we'll get you out, okay? Or you can leave, obviously. So just sit tight. Yeah, just hang it out in here with him just to make sure he's okay if he needs to ask any questions or anything. I don't know my code, 26 something, I don't remember. My body camera's on, so that's too bad. Don't let him out. He brought that in here. I know. He took it out of his cruiser.
In the end, Byron read Augie his rights and officially arrested him, just like any other citizen would be treated. However, the cops had a soft spot for Augie and hated seeing him in this sorry state.
That's where they're at. Yeah, I'm in here. I'm just filling out the 2255 form in here because I got all his information. Yeah, I read it to him. He's refusing. So, if it's okay with you, and if it's okay with you, I'm not going to issue a citation right now. I'll write it out later and do what we got to do. Or how do you want that done?
No, we'll treat it like a normal OBI.
Can you give me a traffic ticket, please? He's being more cooperative right now, but we're still up and down.
Does he have his gun on?
I got his gun away from him, his handgun, and he had a taser on him. I took that away from him. It's going to be a fight. There was a number of times when I was dealing with him that I thought it was going to go to that out there because he was telling me he was going home.
Okay.
And I told him he wasn't driving. His wife has been called. She's on her way in.
Okay.
While filling out the paperwork, Byron was approached by another colleague and was visibly shaken.
To talk to him?
He's probably going to order him to do an admin blood draw after you guys are done.
He's not going to do that.
Well, you know what that means.
Yep. It doesn't matter, to be honest with you, so let's not fight over it because he was threatening me out there. His behavior was...
Oh, really?
He didn't come out and say, I'm going to kick your ass or do something, but he's going, what are you going to do about it? He starts clenching up. It's a lot.
Okay.
His totally insubordinate.
Okay.
To the point where I was calling you, telling you, basically let you know that we're going to be fighting.
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting from you.
Yeah, there was no question. Fortunately, I got him to calm down.
Yeah.
And there's something went on in here. He'll have to tell us later because I told him.
Okay.
But I wouldn't be surprised if we aren't there, if we don't get there yet.
Okay.
He also came to work today not wearing a vest.
Like, dressed and...
Right now, he doesn't have his vest on. I found that out when I took him in the arsenal to take his gun stuff from him. I asked him because he lifted up his shirt. He doesn't have a vest on. He came to work today, dressed, ready to go, and patrolled for an hour or so without a vest.
Okay.
There's more than enough. We're done.
Right.
What the hell was that?
That's his credit card and his key.
Where was that?
The key was in the car. The credit card's on the floorboard.
You get some better pictures.
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
Do you want them?
Zip code. What's the zip code for Troy?
45373.
Operation without being in reasonable control of the vehicle.
Oh. What happened at the Troy game last night?
What do you mean?
I just saw some things on Facebook saying that wasn't cool or...
They grabbed her and sent it because...
Oh, okay.
There's a big ordeal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't sound like a fight, but it sounded like unsportsmanlike stuff or... I don't know.
One guy commented on it, I think, and all the Troy people were...
Oh, just a Facebook war type of thing.
Right. It's a football game. Hey, he made a comment to me that you get something about, are you going to pay me for this or something like that? I said, what are you talking about? He goes, well, you're going to pay for it eventually. I was like, what does that mean? He wouldn't answer me. I don't know what that meant.
Put all that stuff in a...
I got to review it.
Yeah. No, he's getting paid right now.
Is Bruce coming in?
Yes.
So I'll wait to serve all this when he gets here. Probably be better to do it all at once.
Yeah. He's not free to leave until Bruce is done. Yeah.
During the paperwork, all the precinct officers discussed what led to this arrest. They talked about Augie's threats and whether they should be taken seriously.
He doesn't have his driver's license on it.
Doesn't have a wallet or anything on him?
I wasn't getting a lot of cooperation, so I didn't
Alright,
press
we'll
it.
ask him again.
You know, it wasn't like normal when you arrest somebody and pat them down. So
mine personally, but I have it at work.
I do. Mine's out. But I have mine inside
Yeah.
at all times.
Yeah.
Justin, here's Justin. Can you look at me, bud? Please stay here now. Apparently you dropped this Visa card. It's your bank card. You dropped that there in the cruiser. Justin, here's the DMV 2255 form for the refusal. And since we had so much time, I went ahead and wrote the citation out. The citation is going to be for the OBI refusal, and then just reasonable control on private property. What that is. So here's your copy of the 2255 form, and I need you to sign the ticket.
Now that higher-ups are involved, Augie has to face the full consequences of his action. Alternative plans are being laid out for him if he refuses to comply with sobriety testing.
Okay. So you're required to do it, but of course, it's not like we're going to hold you down and make you. So my question to you now is, what you have to do is sign a form at the ER before the testing that you would release the results of the test to the police department, and you would get your own copy as well. If you refuse to sign that form, then that would be considered insubordination and you'd be subject to disciplinary action. It's still your option. It doesn't. We got to get this straightened out. But in the meantime, remember we've been talking for a while that one day we're going to be in an adversarial situation. And right now we are. So I'm not going to be really comforting you or giving you advice. Okay, because right now I have to do what I need to do to protect the city and the department. Okay? So, admin leave, you have to make yourself available. If we call you anytime during the day and say, Justin, we need you to come down here or something like that, between the hours of 8 and 4, you still need to be available. Okay?
As the reality of his situation hits, Augie breaks down crying, realizing his life is taking a difficult turn, and he's about to face a bunch of problems.
You're still on payroll until we finish this testing. But then as soon as that's all done, then you're on admin leave until further notice. Okay. I am too. I was hoping the system, we would never get to this point. Do you want us to try to get an attorney or a union rep? No? Okay. You are saying no to an attorney or union rep right now? Okay. Okay, so then we'll try to get this done as quickly as we can, get you home, and then you need to start working on stuff, my friend. All right. So Deputy Chief Preston will come read you your guarantee rights, and it's one of those official things, and then we'll start working on whatever has to be done. I've never been through this at the hospital, but whatever needs to be done.
It's shocking to see how the police are willing to keep this drunken officer on the payroll, even after totaling a police cruiser bought with the hardworking tax dollars of the public.
You are ordered to fully cooperate with the investigating official. Your failure to cooperate will create an objective and subjective fear of termination. You have the following rights and responsibilities during this investigation. You have the right to be informed of the allegations involved. You will be asked questions specifically directed and narrowly related to the performance of your official duties. Statements made during any interviews may be used as evidence of misconduct or as the basis for seeking disciplinary action against you. Any statements made by you during these interviews cannot be used against you in any subsequent criminal proceeding, nor can the fruits of any of your statements be used against you in any subsequent criminal proceeding. If you so request, a person of your choice may be present to serve as a witness during the interviews. If you refuse to answer questioning related to the performance of your official duties, you'll be subject to dismissal. You understand that?
Garage doors, with the unit, please.
After being read his rights and informed of the procedure to conclude the investigation, Augie cries until his wife arrives to pick him up. Visiting Judge Thomas Hanna of Kettering sentenced Augustine in municipal court on the physical control charge to a $1,000 fine and 180 days in jail, with $700 and all but 3 days in jail suspended. Although Tyrant Augie's behavior was inexcusable, this next case will have you in awe at how low these U.S. cops can actually get.
Can you please go sit in your car? You have nothing to do with this.
His father,
I understand.
I'm an attorney because he's a minor. You need to tell me, is he going to be here?
I don't need to tell you anything. I'm going to arrest you in a second if you don't get in your car.
In September 20th, 23, a woman in Newport, Rhode Island, cops arrested a woman, Claire Hall, wrongfully, which spirals into a disturbing series of events. The woman turned out to be a lawyer, and you can imagine how she got arrested.
Yeah, the key's stuck.
Okay.
Are you going to, so do you think he's going to be taken to the scene or will he just?
Are you?
I'm not, no, I'm on the phone with his father.
That's my dad. But
How many cars are involved right now?
Not mine, that's mine.
All right, we need to get that off the road. All right, can we get that into the parking lot?
okay, well, we're in the middle of the highway, right? So,
All right, can you move your car, please? I mean, is your car drivable?
yes.
All right, we're gonna get it off to the side of the road. All right.
All I'm saying is I can leave. I just want to tell his father.
You don't have to leave. Just
no,
move your car.
Leave. I just want you to tell me.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm
All right,
okay.
let's have a seat right over there. Bud. Is that your mom?
No.
Paul was trying to be a good citizen and help out the young 17-year-old that she saw got into an accident. This turned on her womanly instincts to want to help out and assist the boy, something the cops didn't appreciate one bit.
I'm just out of here. Why don't you talk to his father?
I'm working. Can you please go sit in your car? You have nothing to do with
His
this.
father,
I
he's
understand.
a minor. I'm an attorney because he's a minor. You need to tell me, is he going to be here?
I don't need to
or
tell
is
you anything. I'm going to arrest you in a second if you don't get in your car.
You are kidding.
You are impeding an investigation right now, and you're really bothering me.
What should
Go
I tell
sit in
his
your car.
father? What
I will
should I
talk to
tell
him
his
in a
father?
minute. Get in your car now.
Oh, tell him. Take it. No, you do not touch me. Oh my God. Stop.
What are you doing?
Oh my God. Stop it. Are you kidding me?
Knock it off.
You will.
Knock it off.
No, get your hands off me
Knock
right now.
it off.
Get your hands off me.
All right.
No.
Yes.
Tell him to get his hands off
Yes,
me.
I do.
Tell him to get his hands off me right now. Oh my God. Are you kidding me?
Stop.
No, I'm not stopping.
The unprofessional and tyrannical officers get far too annoyed with Hall and take action to brutally arrest her. She struggled as other first responding officers joined in, very similar to a gang.
It's recording.
Recorded it.
I'm wearing a body cam.
I understand, but why am I under arrest?
Because you weren't listening to anything we were saying.
Oh my God, you're not listening to father. Oh my God. Okay, I will come down. Can you please?
Take a breather.
No,
relax.
I'm
fine.
Like, I'm beating you right now. Can you just let me
I'm not
move my
beating you
arms?
at all.
I just moved my arms so it doesn't hurt.
How about you stop resisting? And you let us put you in handcuffs.
My shoulder is dislocated and you're making it worse.
These awful tyrants don't seem to care about any of the pre-existing conditions and injuries Hall had as they make it exponentially worse. Simply because she was trying to be a good Samaritan, there could have been a better way to deal with Hall, honestly.
Everyone in custody,
Oh my
disorderly
God.
and resisting.
Oh my God, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me.
Stop.
No!
Stop talking.
No! No! This is so ridiculous. I cannot even believe this. Oh my
Let's go
God.
put her in my car.
I just wanted to know, I could tell his father if he's going to the hospital. I'm not even involved in this. I can't believe this.
That was our point the whole time.
I cannot believe this.
That was our point the whole time. You are not
You're
involved.
Oh
You
my
are not
God.
involved.
I'm a good
We
Samaritan.
instructed you to do something,
I'm a good
and
Samaritan
you refused to do it.
I'm a good Samaritan who stopped to help a kid, and this
Let's
is
go.
what happened. Okay, stop grabbing me. I'll get up on my own. You're hurting me.
Now.
Oh my God, stop it. Ow! Ow! I want my phone. It's over there. What am I doing? He's pulling my, hey, stop. Get my shoe. Please get my shoe.
Okay.
Get my, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I cannot even believe this. This man is beating the out of me. Holy shit, gets me in. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is crazy. I've never, stop pushing me, please. I will walk. Are you kidding me? You guys don't know how much trouble you're in. I'm gonna see you both for salt. I know. You're in so much trouble. I can't even tell you. Oh my God, this is the craziest thing I've ever in my entire. I'm not gonna relax. I can't. I don't have to. You guys, where do you get this machismo? This is. I need my phone. It's on the ground over there.
I will grab it.
Call my husband. He's also an attorney.
Go ahead, get it.
This is so bad. Yeah. I can't even.
The phone's right here.
Oh, right.
Not only do they wrongfully arrest her, but further stomp on her rights as a citizen. Not even afraid that the woman and her spouse are lawyers. The cops try and get a hold of Hall's car.
So it's in there somewhere.
Keys probably on her.
Would it start up from like, yeah? All right.
If the car's on and running with the push to start, the car's on and running, it will run as long as the key's in a certain distance, which this is probably a certain distance. Now you
Did you
drive
take
her.
a key off of her?
Her?
Yeah, when you, I didn't either.
Did you put grab her pocketbook and everything?
She didn't, she was just out of the car. All we have is her cell phone, a shoe, glasses.
That's it. The key's either on her person, most likely, or the key's in her pocketbook. Does it say key not in vehicle?
No, because it started right up.
Wait, so the key's in the car?
Yeah, I just couldn't find it.
Oh, that's probably like in the cup holder or like in the...
All right, you want me to move his Volvo?
Hey, well, can't move it.
It won't go.
I would have moved it. Why don't you bring her back? It started before, but... Why don't you bring her back? Get her out of here. Get her... I'm assuming if she's an attorney, she's got nothing. We'll get her and she cut her loose.
Right.
And then, go from that. Yeah, I heard you guys say one in custody. I'm like, oh, here we go.
Officers then discuss the keys with Hall before the body camera recording concludes.
Do you have your car key on you? Where in your car is it? Okay. All right, I'll let the tow truck driver know.
Dave told my bike.
Little black pouch, she said, in her car.
That works. You can get her out of here.
Right.
She calmed down a little bit now.
It's better than she was. I wonder how she'll be in the black, but somebody will be at the station to help me.
Yeah, I'll head back. We'll have the full flag. Like we'll have, I think.
Next, this officer was owned pretty badly in an open convention and had no place to hide.
Contact information is at scalzophoto.com, SCALZO. I just wanted to read two of these political comedy pieces here. One of them authored by Police Chief Anthony Ficini, the other one authored by Brian Stack. The first comedy piece, it's basically a criminal charges towards Leroy here. And thank you for joining us today. Appreciate your time. And so let's read this here.
This is in reference to a pending litigation matter.
I don't care, I'm gonna read it anyway. Am I allowed to speak about it?
You're not allowed to speak about it.
I'm not allowed to speak. Well, I'm gonna do it anyway.
Sir, you're disrupting...
With purpose to harass another, make or cause to be made communications in a manner likely, this is a public document, first
Please
of all.
show this gentleman to his seat.
To cause annoyance or alarm, specifically, this is my time.
He told you can't read the paper.
I don't care what he
thinks. It's a limited form. You have to care because it's a limited form.
What does that mean?
It's under the OPMA rules. You have to sit down.
So I can't read.
He's telling that's a legal proceeding that's going on with that.
So?
You need to sit down.
If we dive into the actual pieces of paper that Scalzo was being held from reading by the police and the political body, there are 2 complaints by the Union City's police chief and mayor against Leroy for meaning and trolling them. It's discerning to see prominent political figures like this fall from grace over a couple of JPEG.
We told you once, we're not going to tell you again. You need to sit down.
There's no statute.
Can I talk about something else then?
I'll sit down, sir.
I'll talk about something else then.
Oh yeah, talk about something else that you can't talk about.
They literally told him what he could talk about and what he can't.
So I can't talk about his public charges? Okay, then we'll talk about something else. I mean, look at his body language right there, how awkward that is. Okay, so, let's see, how can I rephrase this? So you're basically proving my point right now. How sad is that I can't talk? So basically, Brian Stack is exaggerating and lying in order to file false charges and exaggerated charges against Leroy, against his free speech and his criticism of the mayor, as you just saw. Like, what is that about? I can't speak about it. I'm going to be, arrested if I can continue to read it? They're basically your words, by the way. I was reading your words. So okay, this is...
Appropriate for discussion here.
Why? What's not appropriate?
I don't know, this is a litigation.
So?
You have to comment on something on the agenda or...
No, it's public comment. This is my... So okay, let me keep it more general then. I invite Leroy, please continue to join me in the City Hall as often as you want, whether you want to come every 2 weeks, every week. And if they arrest you for harassment, that's un-American and that's wrong. And if they decide to file more charges against you, that is wrong. If they decide to file charges against you for criticizing the mayor, the pretend police chief, Anthony Ficini, got his feelings hurt, so he decided to file charges against you. And that, I think, is wrong. The pretend police chief, Anthony Ficini, maybe someone can call him a ambulance. He got upset that you were posting cartoons.
It's not appropriate for a police chief who's meant to be the head of the defenders of the law to blatantly be hurt and angered by a member of the public exercising their freedom of speech on the internet. It was unprofessional and showed a lack of character and bad judgment from Ficini's side.
We caught that armed robber and we tackled to the ground and we saved those people's life from the bank robbery. And the other officer says,
We're going to rude they are.
let me just, remember the time we stopped the stabbing and we protected those victims? Yes, those are 2 high-quality officers. Now, the pretend chief, Anthony Ficini, comes in, oh, I was in a dangerous situation too. Remember that time Leroy posted cartoons about me? That was terrifying. And I'm going to file charges against those memes and political satire and commentary. So, in my opinion, I don't think someone should be charged with a crime for criticizing the pathetic, can I use the word pathetic? Absolutely. Thank you, I appreciate it. The low-quality pretend police chief because he got his feelings hurt and he's un-American and he wants to file charges against a free person here. Anyway, I encourage you, Leroy, to continue to criticize the police chief, continue to criticize.
Scalzo started off that speech packing some serious heat as he hurled insult after insult to the un-American police chief and mayor. His words are so compelling that it forces the entire procession to stop and pay attention. In reality, Scalzo isn't breaking any laws directly either, so removing him would be a pure show of force and violence from Ficini's side.
Okay, so you're basically proving our point right here. How it's basically some communist dictatorship where Mayor Mao Zedong Brian Stack dictates. First of all, there's another issue of the lawyer over here misuses tax dollars and is basically working as the mayor's political advisor, which is not your role. You shouldn't be stopping people from criticizing the mayor. Your role is only to stop lawsuits and to advise them on the law, not to be his personal political advisor, which you do all the time. Thank you.
Scalzo really took no prisoners as his 5 minutes of allotted time came to an end, but it was now time for Leroy to take the podium.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Mayor Stack. Now, I have a surprise for you. And you probably don't expect this from Leroy Truth, but because this is a night of awards and presentations, I have a special award for you, Mayor. Now, this award has never been given out in the history of the United States of America. And Mayor Stack, as you know, and are you going to do your same old, song and dance, ignore the public again? It's a shame. You should resign. But I'm going to give you this award anyway, because you've earned this. Now, I first came here, Brian, December 1st, 2024. And it's a day that will live in infamy for your life. Because since then, I've been now investigating over 2,137 allegations of corruption. Now, it reminds me a lot of your very good friend and mentor, Senator Bob Menendez, who was found guilty on all counts. So you know what that means for you, Mayor Stack? You thought you were untouchable. Well, he was a hell of a lot more powerful than you. So you may be the next indicted. Who knows?
Truth manages to make even more potent points than Scalzo managed, as he went directly for Stack's jugular by bringing up the countless allegations and cases of his rampant corruption.
Now, this award is a very, very special award, which I know you and the commissioners will be so proud of. Now, I have received so many women have contacted me asking me to give you this award. And Mayor Stack and Senator Stack, Head of Judiciary Stack, do you know what this award is? Well, I will tell you, since you have become mute again, apparently. Your mother would not be proud. And this award was earned, excuse me, I have a First Amendment right, and I am not, you're disrupting me. You are hurting my First Amendment right right now. Excuse me, I'm talking. This is my 5 minutes. No, I don't have to respect anybody. This is my 5 minutes.
You gotta get your time back.
No.
Reclaim your time.
This is not harassment.
As Truth was getting to the meat of his point, he was rudely interrupted and dismissed by Mayor Stack as he had his crooked cops swoop in to save the day. A brutally public show of trampling on a civilian's free speech right.
No, there is no statute or law that says have to go behind the podium. There is no statute or law. I am in a public.
Commissioners.
I don't have to respect them.
You can't disrespect them.
I could disrespect them if I want as well. It's called First Amendment. Now I need to give him his award now.
This is a limited forum.
No.
In the OPMA, you need to step back.
No, I
Step
do.
back.
No, I do not
Step back
need to.
or your time will be eliminated.
No, I do not need to step back. First Amendment. I could be anywhere. There is no statute or law. You name the statute or law that says I have to be. I don't care what they say.
You're disrupting the meeting.
They are disrupting my time. I want my time back too.
You're gonna get arrested if you don't step back.
I do not have. You give me the statute that says I have to step back.
You're disrupting the meeting.
I am talking. I
I'm not
cannot
gonna
be
discuss this
disrupting the
anymore.
meeting when I'm speaking.
You're disrupting the meeting.
No. I do not have to step back. There is no statute or law. I am in a am I in a public area or not right now?
You are in a public area.
Am I?
But you're disrupting the meeting.
I am speaking. I cannot be disrupting the meeting while I am speaking.
You're yelling at me right now.
You're disrupting my time right now. You're disrupting the meeting. You? Actually, you're not talking to me. You're being very good. But you are disrupting my time right now. So you need to stand down and let me and protect my First Amendment rights. That's what you need to do.
This crooked Union City puppet was just trying to deter from the main point by making up pointless commands to move back when there is no express purpose or need for it.
Disrupt the meeting, so you need to get back there. Come on.
I am in a public area here, so I'm going to give Mayor Stack this very special award now. Now, Mayor Stack.
Get behind the podium.
No,
finish this
I am.
All right, then I'm going to have to arrest you.
I do not have to.
You want to get arrested? Is that what you want?
No, I do not want to get arrested.
Right,
But I want to
you're
exercise.
disrupting the meeting. This is a limited forum.
No,
There's
you are
certain rules
disrupting
here.
Time, place,
There's
and manner.
certain
This is
rules
my-
here. I'm explaining to you.
Get your face out of my face.
No, get your hand out of my face.
You came up to me.
Get your hand
Your
out of my
hands
face.
are in his face, sir.
Get your hand out of my
Your
face.
hands are in his
Disrupting
face.
the meeting.
De-escalate. Your hands are in my face.
I'm de-escalating. You're not listening.
You're not de-escalating.
You have
You're not
disrupted
listening.
You're escalating.
my 5 minutes.
You're not listening.
You've
I'm going to
disrupted
tell you
my
one
5
more
minutes.
time. They told you were disrupting the meeting. Either you sit down or get behind the podium.
You give me the statute or law that says I have to stand behind the podium, and I will go there.
You don't have to sit.
OPMA, you can go back there. And
You cannot
What are you talking about?
What law says I can't be here? You give me the statute or law, and I will
I'm
go
telling you,
back
it's a
there.
limited forum. You're disrupting a commission meeting.
Time, place, and manner, brother.
Nothing to do with it.
I'm not going to play with you
A
anymore.
limited
Are you
form
gonna
is
go behind
time,
there?
place,
No
and
one,
manner.
Are you
everyone,
going to go behind there?
everyone has
Are
protected
you
my
going to
rights.
go behind the podium?
I don't have to go behind the
You're
podium.
disrupting the meeting. I'm telling you right now,
This
you're
is
disrupting
my
the meeting.
5
Arrest him.
minutes.
Arrest
Your
him.
time has already
Arrest him.
expired,
Turn
sir,
around.
so you're gonna.
Mayor Stack might have won this exchange by using his influence and power to subdue Truth, but morally, Scalzo and Truth were the victors in this exchange. They managed to expose how scared Mayor Stack is of the reality of his allegation.
Have to go. Your time is in the
Hey, don't strong arm me. I'm not going to resist. I'm not going to resist. Here, take that. I am being arrested for exercising my First Amendment right here in Union City, New Jersey. Mayor Stack has commanded they arrest me. Don't strong arm me. And I was arrested because I was exercising my First Amendment right, and they were attempting to make me go behind a podium. There is no statute or law that says I have to go behind a podium. I'm in a public area in front of the rope right here. Thank you, Leroy. Thank you for what you're doing.
Thank you, Leroy.
You're welcome. So these are the cops who broke the 100% track record of And what? Hey, you can tell him to stand down, right?
Listen, I'll give up my life before I give up my rights, ma'am.
I'm arrested for First Amendment during my 5 minutes, and the captain's saying I'm disrupting when he's yelling at me and he disrupts my 5 minutes of time. And then he says I have to respect the commissioners? That's a joke. They are not to be respected. They are disrespectable.
This is Brian Stack's Communist America right here.
Yep, look at this. An independent journalist gets arrested for during his 5 minutes, and a captain says, I'm disrupting the meeting when he disrupts the meeting.
These are the mindless goons. These are the mindless anti-American goons right here.
There's moralists and conformists. Conformists will do whatever they are told, regardless of what is right. That's what the captain and Murrow, you know better. You could stand down. You don't have to do this, Murrow. So they have broken the 100% track record of protecting my constitutional rights.
Truth and Scalzo don't give up shouting and making everybody aware of how the police were doing exactly the opposite of what they were designed for. It's not much different from a socialistic or communistic framework where the everyday man has no freedom of speech.
There's no law or statute, and Rodriguez understood that law and statute because
Right, Rodriguez is smart, that's why.
Yeah.
He's intelligent.
Right.
This guy is not intelligent, he's a meathead.
Rodriguez did an awesome job, and one of the officers here told him to stand down.
This is a
Captain, you're so wrong, buddy. And you're going to lose your qualified immunity here. You understand that, right?
Podium.
You're going to lose your qualified immunity, your pension.
This is a man of limited intelligence. He does what he's told.
Right as he walks past the American flag.
The American flag means nothing to these people.
Now, freedom doesn't mean anything. The First Amendment doesn't. And the captain had me arrested, even though I broke no law.
It wasn't about the podium. It's because you didn't respect them.
He said, you got to respect the commissioners.
You can't disrespect
No, I
them.
don't. You got to stand behind the podium. No, I don't.
Contempt of politician.
We see all the
Political
time.
speech.
We see F Trump, we see F Biden flags. Should we print out an F Brian Stack sign with the words build it?
Take this.
They have no idea about the Streisand effect. The more you try to hide things, the more people get interested in it.
You're all going to get famous now. And no one disrespected my constitutional rights.
We saw firsthand the low.
He's the only goon that's been willing to arrest you. Him.
Yeah,
Everybody else has honored their oath.
Every other police officer.
All the law enforcement was good, great here. Extraordinary police work here. This dog, disgusting. He wants a promotion.
The low
Keep
quality.
yawning.
We saw the low quality captain there. Caused the
You gonna
disturbance.
arrest me
He
for
got
my
in your
freedom of
face.
speech too?
He got loud with you.
These brave political activists are the only reason that the First Amendment is still alive today, and arrests like the one Mayor Stack commanded show us how we need freedom of speech more than ever before.
How often do you arrest people for speaking? You gonna arrest me too for speaking?
Disrespectful
arrest me too
to the
No, not you.
No, not me.
How do you sleep
You're
at night?
disgusting.
You're disgusting.
You're going to lose your qualified immunity.
And that's accurate speech. That's not defamation.
And the whole world is gonna see you.
So you were charged with using derogatory language. I think you are a man of limited intelligence, and I don't like you. Is that derogatory? Yes.
Not enough. He's a pig.
That is derogatory. I think you're an order follower, and you're not intelligent. And because Brian
You're
Stack and that,
disgusting. You're a pig, bro. You're a pig.
because Brian Stack and that
You took an
mobster.
oath to the Constitution of the United States of America. You don't honor your oath? You take an oath, what? You just want the paycheck?
So this is the
Yep. He says yep. He says yep.
Mobster mentality right here.
I think you guys are police.
I think you're a bully. He's the one in cuffs. He's the one in cuffs. You're the one
We
pointing
didn't
his
get
face, yelling at him, don't disrespect him.
We didn't
You're
get
the
your
bully.
face. See,
You have the badge, you have the gun, you have the monopoly on violence. Nobody has any weapons, we're no threats, we have cameras in our voice. We should be able to exercise our voice.
A limited forum.
A limited public forum, subject to time, place, and manner restrictions. The time is business hours, the place is public, the manner was peacefully.
Right.
Yeah.
He said because they didn't respect the commissioners.
You have no idea what a public
So
forum is.
this guy doesn't even know what a
Where did you
limited
get
public
your
forum
diploma
is.
from?
All right.
You're a bum then and you're a bum now.
And that's accurate. That's not defamation.
It's disgusting.
My car keys. Can I get my car keys?
I'll meet you at the police station.
You don't deserve that badge. You don't deserve that
I'm
badge.
serious. You're an anti-American.
We're gonna take that
You're
badge
anti-American.
lawfully.
That's what you are.
Lawfully.
And you're not intelligent enough to understand that.
Other political activists who were waiting for an incident like this to occur and were part of Truth's crew hurl insults at this low IQ police officer. They rightfully accuse him of everything since he broke his oath to the Constitution and became a puppet for the mayor.
Respect the public who pay your tax, who pay your salary.
Sorry about that. That's good.
She's been respectful every time. He's been respectful every time. This guy, he wants a promotion.
Can you believe this, ladies and gentlemen? We're exercising my First Amendment right, that ridiculous captain, he said I was disrupting the meeting.
But he got in your face. This is Communist Union City. If you don't stop disrespecting the mobster-like lawyer who has a mobster personality, then you get arrested.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So that was really disgusting what you just did. Had a man arrested because he didn't respect you? Because he what? You saw the captain get in his face. The captain got in his face. The captain caused the disturbance. That's a fact. The captain did everything. And now you've just invited Leroy back. Nice job.
Scalzo couldn't just stand by and say nothing to the dirty lawyer who helped the mayor orchestrate the arrest and was his right-hand man. The 34-page court filing by West New York-based attorney Mario Blanche on behalf of Truth, whose real name of Leonard Filipowski, also contains an order to show cause with temporary restraints to ensure another arrest doesn't occur in the interim. Union City Corporation Counsel Donald Skarinsai said this afternoon that Filipowski was arrested for his conduct, not the content of his remarks, refusing to comply with police officers who were working the meeting. Filipowski wrote on his own Facebook page that he has also received death threats since he began investigating Union City. If you thought that Mayor Stack's crony was a bad cop, wait till you get a load of these horde of gangsters posing as cops.
If you try and run from me or do anything, I'm going to tase you.
On July 21st, 2024, Tavis Hines, a local who lived out of his car from Brown County, Indiana, uploaded a video to his channel, Nachitochis versus Travis Heinze, about an intense interaction he has with some deputies.
What's that?
Can I help you?
Yeah, so I'm Deputy Kitzler with the Brown County Sheriff's Office. I'm just out here trying to make contact with you and figure out what's going on.
Oh, yeah, I can, just gonna get some water and then I was gonna take off.
Okay. You living out of your vehicle?
Well, I mean, I'm just hanging out.
Okay. Do you have an ID on you, sir?
What's the crime?
What's that?
What's the crime?
Well, looks an awful lot like you're camping out of your vehicle in the parking lot of the business.
Well, no, I'll take off. I just
No.
What?
I'm
Don't.
investigating this, okay? And
Okay.
I've been working this area for the past several years.
Several years.
Yep. And I know the management here and the ownership at Woodman's, and they don't allow people to be camping out of their vehicle in their parking lot.
Oh, okay. Well, I can move.
Deputy Carr was immediately suspicious of Travis and didn't take even the slightest bit of pity on him, as he rudely woke him up from his slumber with a torch to the face. Anybody could fall into an unfortunate situation like Travis, so one should be respectful. Not to mention how Carr tries to overstep his bounds by asking for ID, despite there being no crime committed.
Yeah, right now I'm going to want to see your driver's license.
Okay, what was the crime?
Sure. You have your driver's license?
Yeah, what's the crime?
Sure, and I'd be happy to explain that to you after I get your driver's license.
Well, it takes a couple of...
Right, I know, but I need to know who I'm talking to, right? And we're not going to be going and digging
Yeah,
the bag.
oh.
Get your hand out of the bag.
Oh, sure, okay. All right.
Step out of the car.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Step out of the car right now. Stop dicking around with the camera and get out of the car.
All right.
We're not going to be reaching for anything else. Get out of the car.
Okay.
Put your hands behind your back. Sure. Do you have any weapons on you? What do you have in your pocket? Separate your feet. Separate your feet. Oh, yeah. Separate your feet.
What's the crime?
Sure. All right, where's your ID?
The supremely unprofessional Deputy Carr was spooked so easily that he felt the need to put Travis in cuffs in order to feel safe. Pathetic, tyrannical behavior, if you ask me.
Separate your feet. Oh, yeah. Separate your feet.
What's the crime?
Sure. All right, where's your ID?
What's the crime on?
Where's your ID?
What am I being suspected of for
Where's your
crime?
ID? Okay, you're gonna take a seat right here, okay?
Oh, sure, okay.
This is what's gonna happen,
Wow.
okay? Right, you're gonna cross your feet.
Oh.
If you try and run from me or do anything, I'm gonna tase you, okay?
You got tased me? Okay.
Yeah. So where's your ID?
Well, what's the crime?
I need to have your ID, and then I'll be happy to explain things to you. So where's your ID?
Well, what's your name? Who are you guys?
I'm Deputy Kitzlar with the Brown County Sheriff's Office.
Kitzlar?
Yeah.
All right. Is that K-I-T?
It's right here.
S-L-E-R?
It's right here.
Well, I can't see it.
Okay, that's wonderful. Where's your ID?
No, Kitzlar.
Where's your ID?
Does it start with a K or
What's your
a
name?
C?
What's your name?
I just want to get this right. Does it start with a
Where's
K?
your ID?
Okay, so I'm just taking a guess. I'll figure it out at the police station later.
Okay. Where's your ID?
Are you guys sheriff? You're police? You're both police? Okay. And then your name? Your? Okay, so is that Y-O-R?
Yes.
Deputy Kitzlar and Yor enter the scene as well, after violating Travis's Fourth Amendment rights by searching him, then not to mention making excuses about the crime in question, just so they can continue to bully somebody. Disgusting.
I mean, my last name's Hines, so...
What's your first name?
Okay, yeah, what's your guys' first name? Kitzlar and Yor.
Okay.
What's Kitzlar?
Listen, we're not going to get anywhere until I have your driver's
Let's
license.
find out who each other are, yeah.
I'm Deputy Kitzlar with the Brown County
Okay.
Sheriff's
Like I
Office.
said, yeah.
Badge number is 1402. Okay.
All right.
I have a legal reason to identify you now.
Me too,
Okay.
I got a legal reason.
Listen
know
to
who
me.
you guys
I have a
are.
legal
Oh, now
reason
you're
to
gonna shine
identify
your
you.
light in my
Okay.
face. That's
So,
pretty rude.
I'm asking where your
You
ID
guys
is.
are being rude.
I'm asking
Shining
where
your
your
light.
ID is.
Well, you guys are being really rude.
Yeah, they
Just
are.
shining your lights in my face like this.
So are you failing to provide identification?
It sounds like you are.
Or are you refusing to?
Are
I
you-
have absolutely no reason to give you my full identity.
Well, why
okay?
is that? What's protecting
I've given you my information, my badge number, and the first initial of my name.
Okay.
You don't need anything
You
further than that.
Kitzler.
I
hear
have a
that.
legal reason to be stopping you as an officer.
What's the crime?
And again, I said I'm happy to explain that after I get your ID.
All right. Well, I mean, you heard it. I mean,
Nope, you didn't provide anything.
It's T. Hines.
Okay, what's your first name?
Okay, let's hear your first name.
What's your first name?
Why are you withholding your information? from
I'm
me?
not. I was
Yeah,
happy
you
to
said
provide
B.
it to you.
Kitzler, right?
I was happy to provide
And
it
then
to
you got your. I don't have. What's the first?
What's your
the
first
initial-
name?
What's the initial of his
What's your first name?
Travis had enough of the bullying and Kitzler's demeaning attitude and how the deputy believed he had a legal reason to require identification, but could not seem to spew it out. No law bars the deputy from talking about his reasoning before he attains identification.
And I want to make
I
this
told you who
perfectly
I am.
clear.
I'm the
Hey,
owner. I'm the
listen
owner.
to me.
I'm
Are
the
you
owner.
refusing to identify yourself?
I'm willing
Stop
to-
talking over me.
I'm willing to exchange it.
Are you refusing to identify yourself? We can make this really clear and really quick so then I can just take you to jail and you can sit
about that
in a
person?
cell until you identify yourself.
I'm willing to exchange. You're not identifying who you are.
I did.
B. Kitzler, T. Hines. I'm telling you.
What's your first name?
What's your first name?
Okay.
Kitzler. I mean, come on. What's so
your
hard
first-
about that?
Copy. What's your first initial?
What's the first? A T. Your. It's M. Your. It's either an M or an N. I mean, I'll find it out eventually. Once I'll talk to the police station, make my complaints about you guys. We can get some training records and discipline records for Yor and Kitzler.
The officer is still unresponsive to any of Travis's requests, instead, more interested in what's going on inside Travis's vehicle, which they also do so unlawfully since they have no express reason to do so.
Yeah, the way you guys manhandled me the way you did, I mean...
Well, when you're reaching into
think
a bag,
there's
Travis,
nothing in the bag.
When you're reaching into it, yeah, there's nothing in the bag.
Just
But
a
guess what?
general
How many
bag.
people we deal with that have guns and knives?
A coin purse.
You know how many people we deal with that have guns and knives?
Yeah, and
when you reach
and
into a bag,
you guys are sorely underprepared for a coin purse. All right.
So that's what it is? It's a coin purse?
You elevated. It sounded like you pulled out your gun or something.
Oh, I did. You were
So-
reaching into a bag. I told you to stop.
Yeah.
You weren't listening.
So you overreact. I mean, this whole situation, you've been overreacting over this situation. What was it? Were you called, or were you showing up? Were you called, or was this a part of a regular patrol? Yeah, no, it does.
After you confirm.
Was there a complaint?
Hey, Mr. Hines.
What's the complaint?
Mr. Hines,
Kid,
are you
sir?
going to let me talk?
What's the
Are you going to let me
complaint,
talk?
kid, sir? I asked the question first, then you can talk. Okay, I'm giving you the
Well,
opportunity.
you've asked.
Travis, knowing his rights better than the average American, could defend himself and tried to hold his own against a handful of officers. Travis was asking the right questions, but was still unable to get through to these thick officers, who were more concerned with him reaching into a bag than anything else.
Concerned that when I asked it.
You didn't ask
just
me a
have to
question.
keep-
You've been running your mouth since I asked you to step out of the
Yes,
car.
sir. You're playing mind games, okay?
Okay, so what's your question?
I asked it twice, and then now you're gonna say that, and then I ask it a third time, Kitzler, and you're gonna be like, "Oh, did you ask your question again?"
No, what's your
crazy.
question?
You're playing some real mind games here, Kitzler.
Okay, what's your question?
What's the deal with you? All right, how long have you been working here? How long have you been on this police force?
Since February of 21.
And have you ever worked day shift? Do you only been night shift, Kitzler?
All different shifts.
Because you seem like a real night shift type of guy. I don't think you would survive. You do so well on day shift with the politicization going on, being in the public's eye and all that. I don't know if you'd handle that very well. The way you treat me here, you don't seem like a very good guy on. You can handle all
Hey,
that.
are you okay with me taking a look through your car?
No, I'm not okay with that. Why don't you run a dog around or something? Any of you guys dog canine?
Oh, we've got a
Kids
canine
are
coming over.
Okay, all right, yeah. Yeah, you really get thorough about your work. Oh, there he is, right? Oh, you guys got to be real
Okay,
thorough.
so you said that you had a question, so what's your question?
Yeah, I asked you the question.
Are you going to ask
it or not?
Due to the unfortunate predicament Travis was put in, he had no choice but to give up his rights furthermore and let a canine sniff around it. Still, a better alternative to having his rights entirely trampled if the deputies searched the vehicle.
What I need is an ID off of you.
You guys don't just make conversation, you make harassment and threats.
Okay, then you can file a complaint.
That's how you guys operate. You guys don't. There's levels of identification that need to be involved. Okay, am I being detained?
Yes.
Okay, then this is a situation where I invoke my rights. I mean, you have
Okay,
an
but
investigation.
I'm telling you.
We're not just doing a
I'm telling you that I have reason to identify you. Okay.
I have
So
reason
I'm
to
asking
identify
you.
who you are.
I am asking you.
Yeah, and I told you too.
No, you didn't.
You
You gave me a
said
last
my
name and a first initial. I need your date of birth.
Which constitutional
Yeah,
right?
there's a little bit of that cruel and unusual behavior going on that you guys.
Cruel and unusual punishment, right?
That's you're pushing the limits. With.
Okay.
Okay.
So again, I asked, what right is being violated?
What right is being violated?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's start with the fourth. Okay.
Okay.
Do you know what the Fourth Amendment is?
Yep.
Oh, there you go. You check it out. Good.
Travis sits in self-pity, questioning the officers why they had to come only for him apart from the entire parking lot. But what this tyrant Kitzler said next was what was most concerning.
Look, let's hear your date of birth and I'll tell you.
No, I am not required to give that to you. You are required to give it to me right now.
No, you don't know how the law works.
Oh, okay.
There's a minimum.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not educated, and you're the one living out of your car.
No, you're done. Oh, that's how you look at it.
I do this every day.
Education levels have to
I
do
do-
with
no.
your income status.
No.
It's directly related.
I
right?
do this
income
every single day.
Every single night. You're a night shift worker. Okay, you're definitely not qualified to work the day shift. With this attitude, both of you guys, the way you work, no way. I don't believe that you work the day shift at all. You've ever worked the day shift.
Okay. What's your phone number?
It's insane to see what limited IQ and brain power these cops actually are. He literally thinks that income and education are correlated, which shows the level of immaturity and unprofessionalism. Cops like this ought to be removed sooner rather than later. Thankfully, the K-9 arrived to prove Travis is innocent.
The young dog.
so while he's here running his business, I'd be happy to continue this straight. So as I started, I've been working this area for 4 years. You're parking far away from the main entrance to the other. All right, you can file a complaint.
You don't just talk to people. I don't think, you know, you seem like almost a reasonable guy, but I don't think you've ever worked this shit. How long have you worked here? Gregor, G-R-E-R-A. I didn't see the dog sit down. I've seen a little bit of dog videos. He don't sit down at all.
I think they're mistaken.
Oh, you're saying that there's a little different, because he's searching, so obviously you guys think that he's searching.
Even though the K9 didn't alert the officers, they continued searching the driver's compartment of Travis's car. This was unfortunate because the whole purpose of using the K9 was that Travis didn't consent to his car being searched.
Did he give you a stronger indication in any specific area?
This side. On my side over here.
You find anything?
There's a pouch with these weird seeds, but I don't know what they are. Or why you would have them in there. It's got a lot of weird stuff in there.
When Deputy Kitzler comes to the realization that nothing can be retrieved or found from Travis's vehicle, he has to come to grips with the fact that he has to let Travis go. Something I'm sure was difficult for Kitzler since he enjoyed bullying so much.
You're acting all jacked up in the beginning. We're not so jacked up now, right? Okay, so it's just a proof. Right? The instructions were, I mean, I was making my killing positioning all clear. But it's the verbiage, the interrogation.
Let me talk.
Well, I mean, I'd rather just not see you or hear you at all.
That sounds good. Yep, so I talked to the store, they want you to leave.
Oh, you do?
You're not going to be welcome back. Okay. Yep.
Oh, no, welcome back.
Yep.
Okay.
So you can be on your way.
Oh,
leave, right?
okay.
And if you refuse to do that, we're going to be right back there. We're going to tow your car.
I'm going to what?
If you refuse to do that, we're going to tow your car.
Oh, you're going to tow my car, okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I can take off.
Sounds good.
Oh,
There you go.
Yeah,
There's
that's
your
my
idea.
idea, too.
Yes, it is.
Somebody else's. You're handing me my idea, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, so yeah, let's leave. I need to just take a few minutes to figure out a destination to go on my GPS.
So they want you out of here now. So
yeah. No, you
get
want me
your
out of here now. But
No, I talked to the store. Right, for customers, not people living out of their parking lot.
Oh, okay. What's this on top of my car?
I don't know. I'm assuming that's something that maybe
Oh.
my partner took out.
Oh, what a mess. Yeah, see what you do is you come here, you mess up my car, and then you tell me I gotta leave immediately. It's like, look at this.
Yep, sounds good. So we'll give
Look
you a
at
couple
this.
of minutes, all right, Travis? So good luck.
The bully cops decide that as a parting gift to Travis, since they couldn't find anything illegal in his vehicle, they might as well give him the boot out of the parking lot. But they only give him a couple of minutes to do so, making it a time trial for Travis to clean up the mess and get going. Moving on, this suspect thought he could escape the cops, but had no idea what would happen later. The Cunning suspect somehow managed to evade the deputies, and a manhunt followed in the next couple of hours before he was finally caught hiding in an apartment underneath a blanket in a closet. He was taken into custody and transferred back to the Washington County Jail. He was later indicted for additional counts of burglary and second-degree escape. Well, this guy could only evade the cops for a couple of hours, but this next guy managed to stay free for 18 months despite having a rundown with an officer.
What is, we got an escapee.
Oh, shit.
You know the bad thing about it?
What's that?
You're matching up to him.
I promise you, I'm not no damn prison escapee.
You'd have done run by now.
In November of 1987, Richard McNair was taken into custody after he shot 2 men during a burglary. One of the men died on the spot, and Richard was sentenced to 2 consecutive life sentences. However, 14 years later, Richard escaped prison by hiding beneath a pile of mailbags. Everything was going well for Richard, but just a few hours later, he was pulled over by Officer Carl Bordelon while he was running along a railway track.
You live around here, buddy? No. Where you live at?
Down the road by Pineville.
Pineville?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Do you have any form of identification on you?
No, man.
What's your name?
Robert Jones.
Robert Jones?
Uh-huh. Why, I'm not supposed to be on the tracks?
No, that's not the problem right now. What's your address?
I don't have an address. I'm at the hotel. We're working on houses and stuff like that, the roofing.
Roofing?
Yep.
Okay.
For my brother.
All right. What is, we got an escapee.
Oh, Where from?
Prison.
There's a prison here?
Yeah.
Well, you have to give it to Richard for his exceptional confidence. After giving him a fake name, he managed to stay calm and had quite an interesting conversation with the officer. Despite this, the officer proceeded with his investigation, but Richard remained unfazed.
It's hot.
Hey, this is Carl. Subject wear glasses? Nothing about glasses. Can you find out? I'm out with a white male on the tracks at Gilly Williams.
You can call my little brother.
Any tattoos or anything? Look it over. No, he's clean.
I'm 50 years old.
How old is your guy? You're how old?
50. I was born in 56.
You said born in 56. 58. Any kind of details you can give me, huh?
In a situation like this, suspects often lose their calm and make mistakes, which the officer immediately notes down. But Richard seemed to be quite a smart guy. He casually answered the officer's questions and even obeyed him.
Color eyes you got?
Green, well, kind of a turquoise blue.
Turquoise blue?
Yeah.
You want to give me some more?
Call my little brother, man.
Do I? No, it's not. Yeah. No, it's short hair. My guy's got skin cut hair. He's got a beard, well, a goatee like. How old is that picture? Yeah, I know. I got the same thing. You can't see shit on it. What kind of scar? Okay. All right, let me just verify. He says his brother's staying at the motel. Let me verify that, and if so, I'll just cut him loose. All right, thanks.
I guarantee I'm not.
You know the bad thing about it?
What's that?
You're matching up to him.
Come on. Well, that sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah.
At this point, even the most cunning suspects would give away a sign of nervousness. But Richard seemed to be a master of human psychology. He never let the officer get a sniff of anything, and he continued playing it cool.
Where are you staying at?
That Titusville or Titus Inn? Titus Inn? Little old.
Where's that at?
I don't even know the address. We just got into town about a week ago, and he dropped me off to jog. I always jog about 12 miles a day.
Where did he drop you off at?
Up there on that road by, there's some construction going on up there, some houses. And he dropped me off, and he'll be back at the hotel in about probably 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
Who y'all work for?
It's his,
I know, what's the name of the company?
Phil's Roofing.
Okay.
Phil's Roofing.
Did you go through a briar patch or something?
Well, yeah, roofing. I always roof in shorts and cut my scratching up on, the roofing.
That's why your knees are all cut up?
Yeah.
Or y'all got pads?
Huh?
Y'all wear pads?
Hell no, it's too hot. They rub the pads rub your back of your legs and stuff.
Where are you from?
Huh? We're originally Dallas, Texas.
The officer started believing Richard as he kept listening to every lie he told. However, suddenly came a moment when the officer should have uncovered the truth, but he made a huge blunder.
I mean, that's where y'all stay
at? We're out of.
Out of Dallas, Texas? What's your name again?
Jimmy Jones.
Richard made the first mistake of the evening, giving a different name to what he initially called Robert Jones. Now, that's surely a mistake from the officer, which he would regret for a long time.
Put yourself in my position.
Well, yeah, but I'm not.
I know, I'm not throwing you against them.
Escape
Hey, you wouldn't believe what them guys do.
Okay.
I mean, they got years and years to think about how they're gonna do it. Now, when I crossed the tracks down there, I saw you running. I said, well, how lucky can I be?
No. I'm not no prison escapee.
How far you got to jog to?
Pineville. Hopefully he's on these tracks. I'll jog.
You gonna hit?
Huh?
Or you don't know where you're at?
Yeah, I'm at Ball.
No, I'm talking about you don't know where you're at as far as how far away you are from Pineville?
Well, I would say it's 8 miles.
I'm trying to think where you're gonna hit out at.
Well,
Procter & Gamble.
Right through Pineville, right?
Right, you're gonna be right there at Procter & Gamble.
Walmart and all that stuff.
That's
Yeah.
where you. Where's y'all's motel at?
Okay, let me think now, because like I say, Phil always drives. Okay, Walmart's right there. Go right at Walmart, and there's a road. Is it 165?
Right.
165 that goes south, and we're about 3 blocks south.
Richard's story raised red flag. Why would a roofing worker jog 12 miles in sweltering heat after a strenuous 12-hour shift? Whether it was the officer's lack of awareness or Richard's smooth talking, a criminal was on the verge of slipping away.
Little tiny hotel.
Yeah, like a motel deal. You park up there, and there's we got a camper, and we were trying to get into the camper place, but we didn't get into the camper place yet. There's a camper place between, I think, Pineville, and what's the next town?
Alexandria?
No, Alexandria's the other way.
You got Ball, Pineville, Tioga?
I think that's Tioga. There's a little, you drive down the road down, and there's a place for campers and stuff. And that's where we usually stay, but we couldn't get in there. I promise you, I'm not no damn prison escapee.
You'd have done run by now. You know that yourself. You'd have done run by now.
No. Well, if you can't verify me, I'll be at the...
Did you see anybody or anything?
There's some kids up there playing.
That's all you saw?
Yeah, the kids. Was that you that blew your siren? There's a siren, and then some kids were screaming, some little kids playing on the tracks. And the guy...
probably told them to get off of them.
Oh, did you?
Well...
Can I jog on them? Because this is the
I don't care,
personally.
personally.
That's the only way I know how to get back.
Don't get run over by a train.
There isn't any. That's why I picked this.
I'm sure you can hear him way in advance.
Yeah, but that's why these are rusted, right?
Once again, the suspect expertly changed the topic and started discussing jogging. At this point, the officer was almost convinced Richard was not the guy he was after.
The train?
They go down this road?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit. See, I saw it rusted and I thought, hell, I can jog on this.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, they'll come. Not as much as our other track. Other track about every
Thank
hour.
you, sir. I'm sorry to have to hold you up, but
Hey, no, I'm just doing my job, man.
I know you are.
But, yeah, just be careful. You'll probably get stopped again, okay? Don't be alarmed by it. Borderline, yeah.
Okay, and you'll be on till, well, this shift.
I'll be on until we find this on gun.
Well, my dad's an auxiliary detective.
Where at?
In Dallas. They
Oh,
got
okay.
The posse is what they call it.
Yeah.
He's 70 years old and he's been doing it since 63.
Still
He's
enjoys it.
something else, man.
Yeah.
But if somebody else stops me, I just have them call.
I mean, they gonna go through the same spiel and everything with
they
you.
can call you.
But yeah, I mean, don't be alarmed by it. Don't be upset about it. You know, they'll just stop you for a minute, check you out and everything. But if you do jog again in the future, carry some ID with you.
Finally, Officer Bordelon decided to let him go, even though he had no ID to show, and gave him 2 different names during the investigation.
I'm sorry. When I was in the military, we never carried our ID
Yeah.
on base and stuff. So.
On base is different.
Yeah, I
you know, they assure you if you can cross on, you got something.
Yep.
But out here, you're in civilian life, you know.
Were you in the military?
No, I wasn't.
I'm retired Army.
But yeah, in the future, if you're gonna jog again, that way, I mean, if you get run over by a train, I know who you are. I don't have to start second guessing who he is, you know.
Can you write down your phone number, your cell phone number, so I can have whoever call you?
Just call. You got a cell phone with you?
No, hell no. I don't even have a cell phone or anything.
Just call 911 is all you got to do, and they'll get a hold of us.
All right.
That's our quick line there.
You have a good day now.
Be careful, buddy.
Thank you.
All right.
Soon after this, Richard was added to the U.S. Marshals 15 Most Wanted list and went to live in Canada. It wasn't until October 2007 when officers finally caught him in New Brunswick driving a stolen truck. He tried to run away, but this time the cops made sure to arrest him. Currently, he remains at the Supermax prison in Florence, the most secure prison in the United States. Well, you might wonder if no suspect would be beating him soon, but this guy's escape plan was even better. In February 20th, 22, Joel Delgado was arrested on several charges, including traffic. He later claimed that he was injured during the arrest and required a wheelchair to get inside the court. Days later, the Pulaski County deputy was entrusted to take the suspect to court in his wheelchair.
You good? Good. What's up, young buck? You got probation? What's up? Okay. Maybe your gas is hurt and maybe you can get out for it. What'd you say, OJ? My shoe. Hey, you see a shoe back there?
Delgado distracted the deputy, who had no idea what the suspect had planned. As he was in a wheelchair, the cops never thought of detaining him. However, what happened later left everyone in shock.
Where is it? Oh, I'm gonna catch you, baby. I'm finna shoot your bitch ass. I ain't got my radio. Hey, can you call the police for me? Call the police for me. Hey, call the police. Call the police. What way it go?
It was clear that Joel had meticulously planned his escape as he disappeared within seconds. The deputy chased after him, but soon realized he had been outsmarted, left in the dust by the cunning suspect.
This way? got your phone? God damn. Hey, bro. Which way you go? Nah, which way you go?
We went straight through the alley and cut that way. What you
Your
need?
phone. My damn radio came.
Hold on. Damn, man, if I try to come behind you and get him.
I don't know where he went. Dad, what I need to dial?
They didn't sign the, what's the number?
501.
Yeah.
340-7050.
The deputy frantically questioned passersby about Joel's whereabouts, but to his dismay, no one had seen where Joel went. It was as if Joel had vanished into thin air, leaving the officer searching aimlessly.
And I tried to get him.
Hello? Hey, Hook. The wheelchair dude got up and ran. Yeah. I couldn't catch his ass. And my radio was in the mother. I had my camera on, though. The wheelchair dude. I couldn't catch him, hell. Tim's had pulled off. Yeah. I can't even remember his name. He on the run. All right, which way you go?
Keep straight to the right. In front of the building. Here I go.
Hey, he took off, man. The wheelchair dude ran. He had a neck brace on and all that shit.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Didn't need that wheelchair very much, did he?
Hell no. Hey. Dude ran, man. Dude ran, man. Yeah, where my radio? Yes, he did. Dude ran? Yeah. What? He took off? Yeah, right straight up this street. Oh, snap, man.
Well, this escape didn't turn out well for Joel, as he was caught hours after the incident. He was charged with felony escape, adding to his already extensive list of offenses. It seems his brief taste of freedom came at a hefty price. This escape might have been intense, but you'd be stunned to see the composure of this 15-year-old suspect.
That you and your dad were talking about how you all people before Trey was murdered, and that Trey was murdered in a similar fashion.
I never once talked about killing anybody, and I never heard my dad talking about killing anybody.
On May 11, 2011, 14-year-old Trey Zwicker was found beaten to death in a creek bed not far away from his stepfather's house, where he used to live with his mother. His stepfather, Joshua Gooker, had another son, Josh Young, who lived with him and was immediately charged and arrested for his stepbrother's murder. The cops didn't have any significant evidence, and that's when they tried to interrogate him.
Your first story that you told Detective Maroney at the school is probably the true version of the events, because Cassie says she doesn't remember if you stayed there or not that night.
John does.
No, John doesn't either.
Because he was passed out on the couch.
I'm just telling you. So we need to work through what the truth really is, okay? And like I say, you're leaving here when you're done talking to me, or you can walk out right now. But so we kind of need to get the truth. And there's a lot of other things I want to talk to you about. So let's kind of work through this part at first. Tell me the truth about that night.
We were on the back porch. It was me, him, Dad and Amanda stayed on that porch the whole night, evidently, because we were on the back porch and he told me he was going to take a shower and calm down for the night. So I went to Cassie's. I planned on, I didn't know if I was going to sleep down there or sleep down at Amanda's, but I got comfortable down at Cassie's. Ended up watching a movie and falling asleep down there.
Trey's mother, Amanda, was Gooker's on and off girlfriend, while Young was a teenager involved in narcotics. Trey was a freshman at Seneca High School. The cops saw a rivalry between both, which led to their suspicion.
I had a family member murdered, and when I told the police back when I was like 11, I told them the truth the first time. I didn't have to tell them something that I know I was upset and I was scared and I was angry and I was all those things that everybody went through. But I still told the police when they asked me a question, I would tell them what happened. They didn't have to come back to me a week later or 2 weeks later or a month later, because what I told them was the truth. So when you start telling a couple different stories, it makes me wonder about your credibility or your truthfulness. And at this point, I believe the story you told her at the school that day is the true story. Because even Amanda said you were there.
That night?
That night when he was taking a shower.
No, I wasn't. You can ask my dad.
I mean, but
soon after this incident, Gooker left Kentucky along with Young by holding a woman at gunpoint, forcing her to drive to Alabama. However, the officers soon caught them, and they were sent back to face the charges against them.
I think you were in the house that night.
I was not.
I think you saw him take a shower. I think you saw him put his clothes back on, and I think him and your dad went back down to where this happened at.
No, sir.
And let me just show you my phone here real quick. See on my phone? A lot of people have these nowadays. It's got a voice recorder on it. And you told your friends a few things, a little more in detail about maybe what happened to Trey. Yeah?
Like what?
And I've got a text message from some of your friends that they were sending to their other friends, telling them what you had told them.
Well, I've told you the truth.
What have you told Connor?
That he really haven't told her anything.
Who's some of your other close friends?
After that incident, nobody was really able to come back around.
Okay, but just because they don't come around after? I mean, there's still people you knew or were acquaintances with, or?
I was pretty cool with everybody on the street. Everybody was always down there. Cassie's, Amanda's.
What other female friends do you have or who you associate with?
Not really any.
Both Young and his father were suspects in this case, but the 15-year-old showed no signs of desperation. He remained calm and composed throughout the interrogation. So
why would there be other friends out there that have came to me, and I've interviewed more people in this case than probably anybody on, even the Lyman Kano case. Why would some of your friends, male or female, come to me and say that you and your dad were talking about how you people before Trey was murdered, and that Trey was murdered in a similar fashion to how you described how you and your dad would do it?
I have no idea.
So why would they lie about that?
Grudges? I don't know. I get along with everybody.
So if I had a grudge with...
So nobody would really have a reason to lie.
Like to say that CPS worker Bridget. Say I had a grudge with her.
Who Bridget is.
Yeah, it's just one, So if I had a grudge with her for any reason, some kind of work issue, you think I would go around saying...
I mean, that'd be a horrible thing. I know
Bridget told me that her and her mom were going to talk about how they were going to kill and then, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a horrible thing. Maybe for credit.
It'd be something different on a grudge. You could be like,
Maybe to be noticed. I don't know. I never once talked about killing, and I never heard my dad talking about anybody. And my dad liked Trey, and so did I.
Okay.
The detective attempted to trick the young suspect by lying about the messages they had received, hoping to catch him off guard. However, the suspect was well prepared and didn't budge, staying resolute under pressure.
Obviously, I mean, your life was pretty good while your dad was in prison, you gotta admit. You had a much better situation.
I mean, I love my dad more than anybody in this world, and I'd rather be with him than anybody in this world. So my life was much better with my dad.
So your life was better getting arrested in Alabama?
Being with my dad, it's all worth it.
Really? So you would rather not be in a secure home, having a secure school,
if I'm with my dad,
having a decent family, having Trey as your friend, now he gets out of jail, or he gets out of prison, and Amanda quits her job, he goes to jail. I mean, all that stuff's better? That's better to you?
Of course not. I said being with my dad is better than being anywhere else.
But you've been with your dad for, he's been out for 7 months, something like that?
It's about that.
And you've already been arrested in Alabama for a gun charge? That's better? I'm confused by that statement.
That had nothing to do with it.
Yes, well, obviously you did, because they at least you didn't let the charges be dismissed.
So that was just accidental arrest. They had nothing to do with anything about that. So I don't feel the need to talk about it.
Okay, going back to the forensic stuff. Some people said that your dad, and I have phone records to verify it, said that your dad talked to somebody, and I'm not going to tell you who, at about 9:37 on that Tuesday night y'all had the cookout. And he said that he was with you, and your dad said that he was with Trey, and y'all were also. I'm not worried about it if you are, because I ain't the police, so I don't care about that. You have to tell you what the story is so you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And this was at 9:37. And the toxicology results for Trey after the autopsy was he had in his urine, but not in his blood, which means it was in the system just quickly enough to get in his urine before he was killed.
He smoked just as much as anybody else. If he has weed, it's in his blood.
It's not in his blood. I'm telling you, it's not in his
everyday.
blood.
Young wouldn't be intimidated by the detective as he tried to place several bluffs, but all in vain. Despite various tactics, he stuck to his story and handled himself impressively under pressure.
Then how can I believe anything else you tell me during this whole entire interview? Because you clearly said it. I mean, I can play it again if you want to hear it. I can play it again.
I heard everything on the CD.
I mean, I can play it again.
You don't have to trust me. I mean, you don't know me.
I mean, if you're lying about that, then how do I know you're telling me the truth about anything else?
That's just a chance you have to take. I can tell you, I've never once talked about anybody kicking Trey in the head. Me, Trey, and my dad were not smoking at 9:37. That's all false.
I mean, you see why I would have to come back and talk to you about that. Because
I would
everybody's
talk to
coming
somebody about that. If I had your job, I'd be doing the same thing, and I understand why you're doing it, but I had nothing to do with it, and I'm pretty sure my dad doesn't either. My dad was with Amanda. She stated that the whole night. Why would she try to change it? Is she trying to change that now?
Well, I'm not going to tell you who's changing what or who's talking about what. That's part of the investigation.
I can tell you, I've never once talked about kicking Trey in the head. Me, Trey, and my dad were not smoking at 9:37. That's all false.
I mean, you see why I would have to come back and talk to you about that. Because
I would
everybody's
talk to
coming
somebody about that. If I had your job, I'd be doing the same thing, and I understand why you're doing it, but I had nothing to do with it, and I'm pretty sure my dad doesn't either. My dad was with Amanda. She stated that the whole night. Why would she try to change it? Is she trying to change that now?
Well, I'm not going to tell you who's changing what or who's talking about what. That's part of the investigation. So have you had time to think about what might have happened down there that night?
I mean, it's just blank in my head. Everybody's thought about it. I don't know what could have possibly happened.
My feeling is you know more than what you're telling me.
That's not true.
And my feeling is, did you know your dad tried to call me twice yesterday?
Mm-mm.
And that he called me when y'all got locked up to let me know y'all got locked up?
I didn't know anything, but I hadn't talked to my dad since we got locked up, so no.
The officers had also discovered that Guker also had probable cause to murder his stepson. Trey's mother, Amanda, had become pregnant with Guker's son, but she caught him cheating on her and decided to end the relationship. To make things worse, she also aborted the baby, and the cops felt that Guker murdered her son to get back at her.
That you think I know more than I'm saying, which I don't. I think that's harassment. Calling me a liar. And
Well, I think I can play it again if you want to hear your statement.
I told you.
Which, to me, you're a liar.
Well, I'm sorry if you think that, sir.
I mean, your own word. It's your own words. You can't take back your own words. Your own words where you saw him you knew he was taking a shower. You all were going to go to bed. You never once told Detective Maroney that you were going to go down and stay at Cassie's house. You told her you all were preparing to go to bed and that he took a shower. You watched him put his clothes back on. You watched him put his shoes back on. Those are your own words, not my words, not her words. You can't take back your words. Those are on tape.
I've told you the story.
And I believe what it is, just a story. So let me ask you this, if it came down to your dad saying he had an involvement or your dad saying you had an involvement, which choice you think he'd pick?
It's neither.
You think he would go to prison for it?
He's innocent, and so am I. There's no reason either one of us should be going to prison.
I mean, I hope you're telling me the truth, because I mean, obviously some of the things I know you're not telling me the truth on. For things I've heard with my own ears on the recordings and things I've heard you say with your own words.
Okay.
I know it's not the truth. And that's why I'm giving you this last opportunity to tell me the truth.
I've told you the truth. And I would like to go now. I'm starting to feel uncomfortable with this whole thing.
Well, that brings us to the end of this video. Today, we saw cases where good officers ended up arresting their corrupt partners. It's truly satisfying to see these crooked cops behind bars, paying for their heinous crime. If you agree with me, please consider showing your support by liking this video, and also make sure to subscribe to stay informed about future cases like these. Also, if you enjoyed this video, check out the next video here.